As the weather gets colder, let the podcast get warmer. Fall in with the Backbone Wrestling feed. Every Monday we have the cross up. Every Tuesday we have Ruthlessly Aggressive and New General Admission. Every other Thursday, linking up Lucha and Highway to the Impact Zone. Every other Friday, Russo Pod. We have Territorial that drops whenever. Hidden Gem that drops whenever. And we have 2 new podcasts. The Movie Education of Logan Crosland, which is a great one. He'll finally watch movies. And Hands of Z. And how could I forget the Shit Take?
So you gotta show a little backbone.
I love to travel by train.
Oh, yeah? What do you think this is, a class trip?
A tough ex-cop.
Are you always this angry?
A sensitive criminal.
Oh, no, come on. Cigarettes are killers.
Why are we running away from the F.B.I?
Because I gotta bring it back myself, otherwise I won't get my money.
They can't fly. They also suffer from acrophobia and claustrophobia.
I'll tell you what, if you don't cooperate, you're gonna suffer from fistophobia.
They're seeing America the hard way.
Why would you eat that? Doesn't taste good.
At gunpoint.
What did you do before you did this? What qualified you for this?
He's gaining.
No kidding. He's flying. Of course he's gaining.
Robert De Niro.
It is truly in your best interest to just relax.
I'm totally relaxed. Charles Grodin.
$2, that's all you're gonna leave?
That's 15%.
That's 13%. These people depend on tips for a living.
From the director of Beverly Hills Cop, Midnight Run.
Up in the morning and out to school. The teacher is teaching the golden rule. American history and practical math. You study them hard and hoping to pass. Working your fingers right down to the bone. And the guy behind you won't leave you alone. Ring, ring goes the bell.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Movie Education of Logan Crosland. I am your host, Professor Keithie Langston, and of course, joining me today is the number one student of all students. That is the man known this week as Midnight Logjam. So, Logan Crosland, how are you, Logan?
Midnight Logjam, a good way to spend your evening with a lady. I've heard. But yeah, happy to be here. Happy to be here and watching this movie with you.
That is right. Now, if you haven't given it away already, which you should have because you clicked on this podcast to download, we are going to be watching the 1988 classic Midnight Run, starring Robert De Niro and Charles Grodin. And I had selected this movie mostly because I think it is just a classic, kind of like snapshot of like what the 1980s was for life in America. And the reason I say that is because De Niro's like smoking on a plane, which I think is just so incredible. And it's just awesome. Like De Niro. And it's one of the rare times when De Niro was actually in like a legit comedy before he had made like Meet the Parents and started doing, Dirty Grandpa and all those other fucking movies he was taking just to kind of like get a paycheck. So this is kind of like a great classic, I felt like. And you liked it as well, I believe.
Yeah. Charles Grodin is incredible in the movie, and their chemistry with each other is just off the charts. So
absolutely. So this is available for streaming right now on Amazon Prime. So if you want to watch it with us, by all means, feel free to go to Amazon Prime and watch it. I'm going to click watch now in 3, 2, 1, and I'm sure I'm going to have. Yeah, I'm going to have a commercial ad, so we're going to have to vamp for a hot minute here, Logan. But,
Bam. I'm just kidding.
Well, I love how I have it's, and then I have the thing on the side that says go ad free. Like, I don't want to go ad free. Like, why? I paid for Amazon Prime. Why do I have to go ad free? I don't like this. Very upset by this, But it's very similar to how we have, all of you guys, I think, well, I don't know. Do you pay for extra Peacock or no? Do you or no?
I do not.
Yeah, sorry. So you're like me. You're like, I'm not paying for extra Peacock.
Nah, shit. I have ads on fucking Netflix now.
Oh, wow. That sucks.
Yeah.
See, I'm waiting for that. I mean, thankfully, I think I pay enough through my cable bill that I don't have to deal with ads on Netflix. So, but I'll give you a quick rundown about this now. Midnight Run, like I said, came out in 1988. It premiered on July 20th, 1988. Its budget was $35 million. Any idea what its box office gross was?
No idea.
Okay, so it was 35 million budget, 81.6 million box office gross. So
I
that's
was gonna say 75, but
yeah, it was a moderate success money wise. Directed by the great Martin Brest, and Martin Brest is known for another movie that we've watched, and that is Beverly Hills Cop. And he also directed Scent of a Woman, Meet Joe Black, and Geely. So
peaked early, huh?
Yeah, he directed Geely, but yeah, no. So this was this movie, like I said, stars Robert De Niro, Charles Grodin, Yaphet Kotto, who people know him mostly from he was in The Running Man, as well as Live and Let Die. He plays a James Bond villain.
Live and let die.
Yeah, and then he was big on Homicide: Life on the Street. So, and he was in the movie Alien. So a lot of people know Yaphet Kotto. It also stars the great John Ashton, who reconnected here with his Beverly Hills Cop director. And John Ashton actually just recently passed away, so R.I.P.
Rip.
And then Dennis Farina, the great Dennis Farina, who everybody knows who Dennis Farina is from Get Shorty. He was in Manhunter. He was in Law and Order. He was in New Girl. I believe he plays I think he plays the dad to Nick Miller in New Girl. I don't know if you watched New Girl or not.
Nick Miller, the Stone Cold Thriller.
That's right. So, yep. So.
My wife watched it. So,
dude, I really did like New Girl.
I do like it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know people who are very like hit or miss with what's her name, Zooey Deschanel. I didn't mind Zooey Deschanel. I thought she was great. So.
She's probably like the least enjoyable part of that show, but she's still enjoyable at the same time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the show could just be Schmidt's life, and it would be.
It could have Schmidt, and then what was the girl that he was? Who's the girl that he was? Cece, yeah, that's Schmidt right. And Cece, and I would have been very happy with that because I was a big fan of Cece. So
yeah.
So now the movie, I believe, starts off where we're already into the life of Robert De Niro's character, who's Jack Walsh, who is he's a bondsman. He's a bail bondsman, or a bounty hunter, I should say. And but he's a former police officer for the Chicago Police Department, and that does come up later on in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's already into this world now where he's out here trying to collect on bail on people who have skipped bail. Now, Logan, have you ever had to skip bail on anything or no?
I have not, no, sir. I'm a pretty neat and cut guy, so I never got in too much trouble.
I was wondering also, have you ever? So you've never had to be like, you've never been pulled over and detained by a police officer or anything like that?
I have not.
Oh, well, good for you. I
think I've only ever actually gotten one ticket, and it was because for like an expired tag or something like that. So
really?
Wasn't even like.
You've never
and it wasn't even my fault. They never sent me the notice, and I if I don't get that fucking notice, I don't even realize it's fucked up or anything like that. So
now, is that like, and when you say an expired tag, meaning like you didn't renew your registration, or is that like you guys have in Mississippi? Do you have to get your cars what do you call it, like inspection stickers and stuff like that, or no?
No. It's just a little sticker that goes on your license plate that.
Yeah, that's what we have too. We have the registration, and we also have to do inspection stickers every year. So you got to take your car in and have it, checked, and have the. It used to be they used to check your car for like all the smog and everything, but nowadays cars don't have that problem anymore. So if you have, if you have one that's over like 1995, like you don't have to worry about that. But yeah. So now we're getting introduced to John Ashton's character, who is Marvin Dorfler. I love his name, Marvin Dorfler. That's such a great name. And he is kind of another bounty hunter who's kind of like the main competition for Jack Walsh in this movie.
Yeah.
And so, we start off here where De Niro's chasing down a guy, and as the guy's running away from him, Marvin hits the guy with his car door in like an alleyway, and then De Niro just knocks out Marvin and then just takes the guy in. So. And he actually I think he's stealing Marvin's car, actually, which is great.
I think he does, yes.
He just thanks for the car. It is so good. And they're in Los Angeles, I believe.
That's correct.
Yeah. And of course, we're gonna meet very soon. Another. I mean, like this cast is just so good. It's such a great cast too because it's like it's put together so well. I mean, we're gonna meet just another douchebag among all movie douchebags, and that's Joe Pantoliano, who plays Eddie Moscone, who's the bounty hunter. Like he's the bail bondsman. So I mean, it's amazing that like that's who we meet.
He's a real shit for sure.
He is a shit. It's just so good. And then here's something interesting, and it's kind of like just a really random, like not even anybody would know this, but Philip Baker Hall, who plays he's the lawyer to Dennis Farina.
Mm-hmm.
His character's name is Sidney. He actually plays a character named Sidney in another movie called like Cigarettes and Coffee. And it's actually supposed to be like the same Sidney.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it's like crossing universes or some shit.
Kind of, right. So, it's an eye for an eye. He plays Sidney a couple times, but I think it's an eye for an eye. There's another movie where he plays Sidney a lot, but there's, oh my God, I'm messing this off. The movie is actually Hard 8. He plays Sidney so many times. But Hard 8, starring John C. Reilly and Gwyneth Paltrow, that takes place in Vegas, and that's who he is. Sidney Brown is the guy, and he's Phillips, and that's who he is. But it's funny because they say he's supposed to, because he's the lawyer to Dennis Farina in Vegas. So
gotcha.
Yeah, Dennis Farina plays a Chicago mob boss.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Hey, where's my money? Give it to me now.
Hey, Chili. Did you ever see the one with Chili Palmer, Get Shorty? That's a great movie. Have you ever seen that? No. That's a no. I figured that's a no. That's not one we'll watch. We won't watch that. Get Shorty you can watch on your own time. Now look at Joe Pantoliano with this comb over. Now, this is just a few years away from it. A few years off his starring role in The Goonies as one of the Fratelli brothers.
Oh God.
Where he didn't wear a hairpiece in that movie, yet the hairpiece comes off when he's fighting with his brother in that at the end scene there. So yeah.
He kind of looks like great value. Clint Howard, is that his name?
Clint Howard, nice.
Yeah.
I would say he's a much more attractive looking Clint Howard.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe Clint Howard's great value. This guy, so.
You know what? That would have, if this movie had been directed by Ron Howard, he would have absolutely cast his brother as this guy.
Oh
like
yeah,
1,000%. So yeah.
Yeah, Clint Howard may be one of the ugliest humans to ever grace the entire planet of planet Earth.
Yes, I would think so. I mean, Clint Howard definitely looks like the kind of guy who would be a mass murderer, but he's not. He's just a hell of an actor. You know. You ever see that? You ever see at least a clip of him when he's a child in Star Trek from like the original series?
I believe so. Yeah,
where they overdub like the laugh, and he's just like, but he's got that, he's got that Steve Buscemi mouth with teeth.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so awful. Right. You give up being a cop to do this shit. So here we get a little backstory where they're having the discussion, Jack and Eddie, about him being a cop in Chicago and getting run out of Chicago. And spoiler alert, but I'll just say is basically Dennis Farina, like I said, was the mob boss, and he tried to get Jack to, deal with him kind of and be like his on the take, which he wasn't. And then Jack got run out by the rest of the Chicago Police Department who were on the take from the mob boss. And now he's telling him about the big score. And the big score here is Jonathan Mardukas, also known as the Duke, who is in this movie is Charles Grodin, and he is on the run because he embezzled $15 million from Dennis Farina, and he skipped on his $450,000 bail. So he wants them to bring him back within 5 days.
He's got the Friday kid.
Mm-hmm. It's a midnight run. There it is. Real quick, we got the name of the movie. Like 8 minutes in, we say the name of the movie. You gotta pay me. I loved it. You gotta pay me. You gotta pay me what's right. What's right is right.
He's not gonna shoot you.
He's not going to shoot you.
God, the calamities that they get into in this movie.
They do. It is, but it's so good. It's so good because it's what New York to L.A.
Yeah.
I mean, that definitely is like a quick ride. I mean, that's a 3-hour plane flight, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
also like a 40-hour fucking car ride. Not really,
sure.
But...
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I actually, you know what's funny is I looked up driving, like taking a train, like doing Amtrak.
Oh yeah.
Cross country, because I was just curious, like, you know, what the deal is going across. It's just as expensive as a plane ticket, and I mean, and then you end up seriously, it's just as long as a car ride. So it's not even like you get any benefit by taking the train, except you're not flying, and you get to maybe stretch out because you can at least, you know, visit the food cot, and you can lay down in a bed if you get like the sleeper cot and everything like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds miserable.
Yeah.
At least you can kind of control when you stop, and you can pee in like a place that's not moving constantly, and you can eat whatever and not just whatever they have on the damn train. So,
well, part of me's thinking, so, you know, I'm planning on going to WrestleMania next year, which is going to be in New Orleans. And part of me wants to drive because I love car rides like that. I just don't know if I would, because I know that the last time WrestleMania was in New Orleans, I know that
Roger Cowboy and Roger is Cowboy. Roger, JT, and D'Amato did it.
Yeah,
it was like 18 hours, I think.
Yeah, and I think didn't Roger drive and he just drove the whole way, like straight through?
I'm pretty sure. I think D'Amato may have done a round, but JT definitely didn't.
Could you imagine? The longest I've done is I have done, like, I've driven the Outer Banks, and that's an 11+ hour drive. I don't think I could do 18 hours. It seems like a long time, but
I did Tampa. I drove to Tampa, and it was 11 hours.
Oof. And
I don't think I would do that again.
No. Well, because then the other thing is, then you got to remember you got to drive back. So
yeah, the drive back is
almost
drive
worse.
Back is much worse.
Yeah,
because at least you have something to look forward to when you're going there.
Sure. And if anything, all you're looking forward to is home.
Yeah, sleeping in your own bed for the first time in fucking.
That's right.
A whole weekend.
That's right.
But you also have to go to work the next day too, so that also sucks.
Yes. So now Yaphet Kotto plays the FBI agent here, and the FBI agent is trying to get their hands on the Duke because they want him to turn state's evidence against Jimmy Serrano, who is the mob boss. So they kind of pull De Niro in, and they pull him into their car to kind of, read him the riot act about getting him to get the Duke and bring him into the FBI so that they can get him. Obviously, he doesn't want to do that because he needs to present him to Eddie Moscone in order to get his reward for that, which he has said he wants $100,000 fee. So, yeah.
And they call him somewhere in that they call him a third-rate rent-a-cop too. So that probably pissed him off pretty good.
Yeah, which is because he was a good cop. It's just and it sucks because we find out later on too that about his ex-wife and what happened with his ex-wife and who she remarried and all this, and when we get to that we'll talk a little bit about it. But what he also did is he also pickpocketed Yaphet Kotto, and he stole his ID with his badge. So he faked his ID, so he's now got an FBI badge, which is kind of good.
It'll come in handy.
It does come in handy. And I think he goes to the home address of Charles Grodin, and he finds him at his house, which is kind of weird. Now he gets stopped at the rental car place. We meet everybody kind of nice. It's nice. We meet like all the players in this movie, like in the first 15 minutes. Yeah. He meets two of the mob hitmen guys who are out here looking for the Duke as well. So
you here for the Duke?
Here for the Duke?
We're also here for the Duke. We want to put
Hey.
a bullet in his skull.
What's that fucking jacket made of? Goat skin? Hey, forget about it.
Fucking great value, Tony Soprano there in the middle.
Oh, absolutely. Well, yeah. That's like we got that message the other day with what wrestlers would look like if they hadn't died, and that friggin' Andre was dying. He looks like Pussy Bumpin' Sarah. I went, Jesus Christ, he looks just like Big Pussy. Those videos are weird because they put people on there that like died last year. It's like, you know, Bray Wyatt's not going to look much different than he did when he died 3 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
And there's no way you could know what Andre was going to look like. Like, he died when he was like 30. That was like,
yeah. Well, and then they had
30 plus years ago at this point.
Well, they had the video of they had Randy Savage, and he looked like he had like gray hair, but he had his hairstyle from like 1988. And I was like, we saw what Randy Savage looked like when he died. He was white haired, it was all short, and he had like a full like snowman beard. I go, there didn't look anything like him. Yeah. It's so dumb.
He almost had the Santa Claus vibe going.
He did have a Santa Claus
at the end of his life.
He should have been like, that would have been a good what up match. Like if he came out. Yeah. It's Hulk Hogan's.
You want a Barbie dream house? I dig it.
I can give you a Barbie dream house. I can also give you some of these new wrestlers from the Mattel line.
I also can give you the cream of the crop house.
You've been here a cup of coffee, huh? You want a cup of coffee for your mom and dad?
About 9 a.m.
So now what's he making a phone call? He's calling the woman that he thinks has the Duke at her house.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's basically confirming that the guy, I mean, he's a pretty good bounty hunter.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh yeah.
But again, I love it's like De Niro smokes the entire time in this movie. It's like it's almost as bad as Casino. In Casino, he smokes way more.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to think, does De Niro even really smoke in real life? I don't even know if he really smokes. I feel like he doesn't.
That would be hilarious if he like actually doesn't smoke at all.
I feel like he doesn't. You know,
mm-hmm.
And that it's like, if anything, De Niro smokes like those, like, what are those things? The American Indian cigarettes that are like not really,
mm-hmm.
like they're not real nicotine. So yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah. What you could what?
I said I could see it.
Mm-hmm. This music is Danny Elfman. You know Danny Elfman from Oingo Boingo, and also did pretty much works exclusively with Tim Burton. So
yes,
yeah, he did all the music for this. Great soundtrack. I mean, great audio soundtrack just in general. So.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely got that detective 80s show vibe to the
absolutely
music.
Absolutely.
He's going to find the Duke.
He's going to find the Duke, the Duker. Now he's picking the lock here, so he knows how to pick a lock. Do you know how to pick a lock?
No, I do not.
I've actually watched a lot of TikTok videos on lock picking. And I don't know why. It just you watch one, and then all of a sudden the algorithm starts giving you 1,000 of them. But I feel like I could pick a lock because it doesn't seem like it's that hard. So
I think I could probably figure it out.
Yeah, because you stick like the straight pin in, and then it has like the flexi pin, and the flexi pin is so that you can like click all the other pins into place, and then it opens it. So I mean, again, just proving that, you know, a lock is just a deterrent. It's not an end all be all measure. So, you know, even deadbolts, they're just deterrents. Ooh, it's a mean dog. This house looks like this house looks like the house that was in, you're not gonna, I know you didn't see this, but The Devil Wears Prada. I know you didn't see that.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like the house, like when she goes to deliver the book
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
The staircase right here. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. There's the fucking Duker.
Only if it was Beethoven.
Or Clifford. You ever see Clifford?
Yes.
You have? Oh my god!
No, I loved Clifford when I was a kid.
You're the one that saw Clifford?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, I don't think I saw the newest one, but I used to watch the cartoon for sure.
Oh no, I'm not talking Clifford the Big Red Dog. I'm talking about the movie.
Oh. Oh,
movie.
no.
No, I was gonna say the movie Clifford with Charles Grodin and Martin Short.
Oh no.
Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Is it?
Yeah, it's so bad. It's from like 1994 or something like that. It's basically Charles Grodin's the straight man to Martin Short pretending to be like a 10-year-old boy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's awful.
I've definitely seen Beethoven 100 times though.
Yeah. Did you ever see Beethoven second?
Yeah, I think I've seen the second one. I don't think I've seen any more of the other ones though.
I don't know if there was any more. Wait,
no, oh no, there were like 8 of them.
Oh, were there? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
I think they made at least 5. I know for sure.
So a little bit of trivia here. I'm gonna kind of spout off some trivia during this. Charles Grodin apparently has had permanent scars resulting from the real handcuffs he had to wear for a great deal of the film. Even though they had rubber and plastic handcuffs that could be used in wide shots, De Niro, ever the method actor, encouraged Charles Grodin to wear the steel ones in most scenes.
Gotcha.
That's too bad. I really like you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't keep you cuffed on a commercial flight. And I got to check my
Their chemistry kills me in this movie.
Yeah, it's great.
Because Grodin is so serious and De Niro's such a smart ass.
Oh yeah.
I can't fly.
Aviophobia. He's telling him he can't fly. He suffers from aviophobia. He also suffers from acrophobia and claustrophobia. He goes, "You're going to suffer fistophobia."
Oh my!
Jerry, put Eddie on the phone.
Hey, put Eddie on the phone.
I got the Duke. I'll bring him in. Don't you worry. My God. Yeah, they made 8. They made 8 Beethoven movies.
Jesus Christmas.
Now they got to Beethoven's 5th, and then it's just like a bunch of like spin-off bullshit that they probably were like straight to video, but still.
I mean, good Lord, that dog had to be dead, long dead by that point, right?
Oh yeah. Well, no, the original dog only is in the first 2, and then then one does 3 more, and then there's 2 other ones, I think. So yeah, he only. I mean, and it's not even the same family in the.
No, I can't imagine it is, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Now it's still like the Newton family, but it's not like George and Alice and.
Yeah, it's like remake. It's recast of the same. Yeah.
It's probably like a, like a cousin or something like that.
Oh boy. Yeah. Now this guy that works for the bail bondsman, he's basically his like assistant, secretary, whatever. He answers the phones. He immediately rats out to the mafia that they found the Duke and that he's in the that he's at the airport. Yeah. So he automatically he immediately dimes him out to the mob. And then I don't know how he gets his quarterback, and he's like excited about getting his quarterback. So
that no good bastard.
Unbelievable.
He's got the payphone Jimmy rigged.
Mm-hmm. There he is. I'm Dennis Farina. Huh? Now listen, if you don't fucking shut up, I'm gonna have to kick you in the ass. Dennis Farina was a real cop, He really was a Chicago police officer.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah, he was an actual Chicago police officer before he became an actor. So
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want to fly. He's so unhappy. He's such an angry man.
And he's flying them first class. Like, they're in a beautiful first class. Like,
yeah, it's not like he's in a miserable coach seat or something like that.
Seriously.
Imagine how much easier this movie would have been if he had just fucking flew in this plane.
Well, and especially since of what happens later on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You're like, wait, what? No, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
What do you think? You're traveling with a fucking novice? And I don't know why I don't even know why he, I don't remember how they get thrown off the plane, but it's just like, how did he not just friggin', knock him out and just have him out there,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he could have done the
thing Schwarzenegger did for
the thing Schwarzenegger did.
Commando.
Yeah.
Please don't bother my friend. Hey, listen, please don't bother my friend. He's dead tired, He fucking starts doing the Jimmy arms. Listen, you don't.
Fucking has a stethoscope in and shit too.
You don't understand. Stethoscope. He's a doctor.
What it looks like, a damn stethoscope, basically.
It does. Yes, it does. It's the ridiculous. Here we go. It's full.
I just can't.
Oh. Oh.
These things go down. You don't even know, man. You're not alive to see it today.
Seriously.
Going down every fucking week, it seems. And we had like slight turbulence on our flight back from Orlando, and I was like, "Oh shit, we're the next one. We're going back."
Jesus God, that would have been awful.
Yeah. Yeah, I really hate flying a lot.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't mind flying at all.
Well, I don't like the airport part of flying. The actual flying part's not that bad, but the fucking getting through the security and the baggage and the bullshit and the.
I have had some pretty bad experiences at JFK, and that's kind of it. Like, really, it just goes to show how much I don't like the city of New York.
Yeah.
Nor any of its boroughs, I should say. It always seems like it's just a big pain in the ass. So.
A guy from Massachusetts not liking New York. That's surprising.
Big surprise. And it's not just because as soon as you get off the plane, they start talking about the fucking Mets and the fucking Jets and the Giants and the friggin' Yankees and come and buy a friggin' Mets shirt. Like, shut up.
Grooney's the salesman?
He is. Hey, you want to get yourself a...
I'm a big Yankees fan because I'm a front runner.
I like the Yankees.
Poor Grooney. Always catching strays on these pods.
He's always catching strays. He knows.
I mean, they aren't 1,000% undeserved, but...
Because you guys all named Mosley. So the captain's asking... So the captain kicked him off the flight. And so he goes... And now they're in L.A., and Yaphet Kotto gets on the plane, and he says, "I'm Agent Mosley." And then the pilot goes, "What are you all named Mosley?" And he realizes that he had his ID stolen.
You would think he would notice that like immediately, but apparently not.
Is this moron number 1? Put moron number 2 on the phone. That was for you.
It's the information we get.
Put the other dummy on the phone, or else I'm going to have one dummy stab you through the heart with a pencil. You hear me? Now, right then.
You fucking dipshits.
Now, you better be careful, because I'm going to jump into my Dennis Franz, and I'm going to show you my ass.
If you don't do right, I'm going to shove my foot up your rear end, boy.
Yeah, I'm going to hit you right so hard in the fucking head. Sidekick to the head. Why is he keeping him in the bathroom? They had a big enough thing. I like he's got him in the bathroom because he's pissed.
He's very angry. You've made me very angry, so I'm gonna lock you in the bathroom.
I'm very angry. I'm very upset. Very upset.
Well,
He
at
doesn't-
least he can
What?
shit it anytime he wants to.
That's true. You know, imagine if he couldn't. Oh boy.
He wouldn't be able to wipe though. That's the bad thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't wipe. You gotta kind of just, That's like me. I'm so used to my bidet now. Every time I travel, I get upset because I know I don't have my bidet with me.
Highly upsetting.
Mm-hmm. In
You
fact,
don't take a travel bidet with you.
I mean, you know what the problem?
I was just kidding.
No, I do. I do. I have a travel bidet. I mean, it just looks like a big douche. Like it's just a big douche bottle. So it's
I'm just kidding.
it looks just like me. It looks just like me. And it's got my head. It's got my head, and it goes like this.
Oh my god!
You could look like Sean Kidd.
Yeah.
It's just not that good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Sean's face put in my toilet so I can shit on his face all the time. I'm just kidding.
That would be great. That guy, like, you love that guy.
Who, Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my father kid.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great fucking guy.
Mm-hmm. I look very forward to inheriting his will at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all of his money and his Christmas decorations.
Yeah, he told me and Schiff he's going to give us his Christmas story village when he dies, and I said I can't wait to have a bonfire with Schiff then.
You're going to be like, I'll pass. Good. Yeah, why would you do that? Like,
oh no, I'll take it. I'll light it on fire too.
That's like my mom. My mom used to collect these things called Anna Lee dolls, and they're like these little dolls that are like mice, and they're like Christmas mice. And she was like obsessed with like somebody inheriting these from her when like she dies. And I go, Mom, no one has them anymore. No one collects them, and none of us want to put them out like Christmas time. Like, we're just gonna toss these. Like, so why don't we just sell them?
Hey, sell them now, and
sell them now. So
we don't have to deal with the headache of it later.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow. You called this guy Pecker Breath. So now we get back to Martin. We get back to Marvin Dorfler, and he's got a guy chained up on a radiator. And he says he called the guy Pecker Breath.
So he's fucking now he's trying to turn him against old Jack.
I don't know why he keep hiring that fucking.
This
guy.
could not be the biggest like character difference between two movies.
Oh
the
yeah,
same actor than him in this, and then him in Beverly Hills Cop.
Well, and then I know you've seen Little Big League. Because that's right up your alley. That's, a baseball movie that came out in the 90s. You absolutely saw that. So,
yeah.
And then he's the coach, like the pitching coach in that movie. So you must have been excited when you saw him in Beverly Hills Cop. You must have been like, that's the guy from that Little Big League. Because I'm trying to think I'm trying to think what other characters from this movie would you have seen in other shit? So,
I mean, the guy you were talking about that plays Sydney earlier is in fucking Rush Hour.
He is in Rush Hour. Yeah, who's he playing Rush Hour?
He's like one of the cop. He's like a detective of some.
Yeah, he's like, isn't he like his boss?
He's like Carter's boss, I think.
Yeah. Yep. That's also, I mean, probably his most well-known role is he plays Lieutenant Bookman, who's the library cop in Seinfeld, that Seinfeld episode.
Oh yeah. God. I know, I just such a random thing to play, but
yeah,
you're right.
He's also in Boogie Nights. He's in Magnolia.
Boogie Nights.
He was in Boogie Nights. You ever see Boogie Nights?
I've never seen Boogie Nights. No.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! That should have been a movie you watched in college, though, because it was like all about porn. Like, you should have watched that.
Fucking porn kid.
Fucking porn kid.
Why would you eat that?
I watched actual porn.
I know. Well, yeah. Well, so I mean, so aside from De Niro, because I'm sure you've seen some other movies De Niro's been in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like
probably
you've seen
not as many as I should have, but yes.
All right, I'm just gonna run it down, just because I'm curious. Okay.
Oh,
No. I'm not gonna go like.
This is gonna be bad.
I'm not gonna go like Deer Hunter and stuff. Like I'm gonna actually stick with like the movies I think that everybody has seen from De Niro. Okay. Because I mean, you have seen movies, so it's not like you're a total noob. But all right, so
Rube,
you're a rube with lube. With the lube,
use the lube, so
you don't want to use a lube.
I can't get it out of the tube.
Out of the tube with the lube. So okay, have you ever seen Godfather Part 2?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so that's all right. Well, 1 for 1. Eli, I'm not going to ask you about like Raging Bull or King of Comedy, even those are great movies. But like, I'm not going to ask because it's just
I would like to see Raging Bull though.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah. See, no, you've never seen The Untouchables.
No, I've not.
You've seen Goodfellas.
No, I haven't.
No, you've never seen Goodfellas?
No.
Holy shit. Okay. Wow. Oof. Okay. Well, then now I don't know what the fuck. Have you ever seen Cape Fear?
I have not. No.
Come out, wherever you are. Okay. So you never saw Bronx Tale. Have you seen Casino?
Nope.
Have you seen Heat?
No.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I told you not to do this.
Analyze This.
No.
God damn it. The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yes, I actually have.
Yeah, I knew it. Okay.
Well, it came out when I was 6 years old. What am I supposed to do?
I'm just saying. What about like Meet the Parents? Have you seen like Meet
I've
the
seen
Parents?
Meet the Parents. Yeah,
Meet
that
the
was
Fockers
like a movie my mom watched all the time. It was on like TBS constantly. So.
Oh, did you ever see Showtime? It's the one with him and Eddie Murphy.
No, I did not.
All right, well, because that's like a buddy cop movie. So.
Gotcha.
Oh, what about like Stardust?
Stardust Kid.
Yeah,
No,
because that's like because that's like a science fiction like kid movie. I feel like. Okay, well,
yeah, I'm not a.
No, I guess that's Limitless. Did you ever see Limitless?
Is that the? Yeah.
That's the one where they take the pill. Bradley Cooper's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And
I've seen Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh, you have seen? Jesus Christ! You've seen fucking Silver Linings Play. I haven't seen Silver Linings Playbook.
It was in the Academy Awards that year.
I know. Dirty Grandpa.
No, I actually haven't seen Dirty
Grandpa.
No.
Okay. What about The War with Grandpa?
No, I've never seen The War with Grandpa.
I don't know. And then I guess last, did you see Joker?
I haven't seen Joker. No.
Okay. Well, he's good in Joker, but
I honestly didn't even know he was in that. If I'm being real with you.
Oh, nice. There we go. So Marvin Dorfler gets onto the train, and he's about to take him. How the fuck did you find out where I am?
How the fuck did you know where we were? You fuck. I was saying, I have only seen The Godfather in like the last 5 or 6 years.
That's fine. It counts. Still counts.
See, I had this epiphany like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah.
That kind of, led to the early thoughts of a pod like this, where I was going to just watch movies for the first time.
Yes.
So I'm glad we finally got it on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the hard thing is like, okay, so part of this whole project is that I wanted to pick movies that I love, but also movies that I think are kind of significant as for different reasons. Like I wanted to get like, and I know it's funny. I picked this movie and I had already done a Martin Brest film, and I should have changed. We should have done something like now knowing that you've never seen Cape Fear, we should have watched Cape Fear because that's so good. And it's like this is where it's like I'm in trouble now because I don't want to just go down this road of like forcing you to watch like De Niro movies or forcing you to watch like Tom Hanks movies. You know what I mean? Because I could literally get 7 or 8 different De Niro movies that we could watch,
Mm-hmm.
But I also want to like mix it up a little bit. So,
yeah.
But maybe
we've had a good mix so far.
We could watch Cape. Cape Fear is not streaming anywhere, so that's good because it's also we like to watch movie that streams.
Mm-hmm.
So now
we can lock that one in for a later view.
I love this constant back and forth that De Niro has with Pantaleone about how he keeps calling him because obviously they got thrown off the train now, so he's off the train and they're in wherever the fuck they are, and now he's like, I need a bus ticket, and he's like, so they did planes, trains, now they're going to automobiles.
Yeah, this
fucking guy wants to go get donuts again. Because again, he's going to rat him out. And they got the FBI listening across the street in a surveillance van to to the whole shebang here.
We need two tickets to Los Angeles, please.
Illusions. Don't get any illusions.
What an awful haircut that woman has.
Mm-hmm.
Just horrendous.
Please try it again. Please try it again.
Will you please shut the fuck up?
Man, that is impossible.
I pay my bills. There's no way that's. Thankfully, that hasn't happened to me.
I don't have any other credit cards.
I don't have any other credit cards.
Alonzo, Jack Walsh, Federal Bureau of Investigation. This is an official business. I'm taking this man, and he's in my custody. I'm taking him to Los Angeles. Okay? Please try this once more.
Jack Walsh is not the name on that badge, sir. Would you like me to call the FBI? Or would you like to pay cash?
I would like you to kiss my ass.
She should have already called the FBI.
Yeah. $264. Jesus Christ.
Got any money on you?
Do you have any money on you? It'd be funny if his wallet was filled with like IOUs or some shit.
Yeah, right.
Like the briefcase in Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, that's a great. You've seen that movie
about a gajillion times.
Of course, you've seen that movie.
Yeah,
but I love the running gags. Like then there's this gag where he takes the friggin' he takes his cigarettes from him. Yaphet Kotto takes the cigarettes away from Marvin Dorfler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, the problem is I've seen the same movies like a million times.
Yeah, that's all right.
I didn't really expand my watch.
That's okay, buddy. Listen, we all have movies we've seen. You know how many times I've seen the movie Super Troopers? Probably like, I don't know, 60, 70 times I've seen that movie. That was the movie I used to watch in the morning when I was getting ready for work.
Oh, wow.
Like I'd get out of the shower and then I'd put that on and I'd watch that movie until I left. And then there was a period of time where I was always watching like the first Fantastic Four movie, like the one with Jessica Alba. And my friend would be like, "Are you watching Fantastic Four again?" And I'm like, "Look, it's a good movie."
Oh.
Not really a good movie. But,
I'm surprised he was like, boy, wasn't like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
He was. I mean,
Oh, okay, I got you. That is the best one of the two, I would say.
Yeah. It's probably the best of all of them up until I'm sure what's coming out this July.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't suck.
Yeah. Now, will you go see that?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Did you take your daughter to see Snow White?
No, I did not.
Oh,
That'll be a wait till it's on Disney Plus kind of situation.
yeah. Yeah, you just got back from a Disney cruise.
Mm-hmm.
How was the Disney cruise?
The Disney cruise was amazing. I actually watched the new Captain America movie on there for free.
Oh, look at you.
I did not hate it as others I have talked to did, but it was definitely more mad than I would say good or great or anything like that.
I haven't seen it, and it's funny because I'm getting a ration of shit from like my brother for not having seen it, because he's like, how do you not go see it? And I was like, I said I was gonna wait for it to come out on Disney Plus. I'm sorry.
It definitely is a good like wait till it's on Disney Plus kind of situation.
Yeah.
Like I said, it wasn't bad, but it's just kind of middling like the last few years of Marvel's been, since Endgame. There's been a few great ones, but a lot of stinkers and a lot of just mid.
Yeah, a lot of mid.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying mid.
It would just fit in that category.
I just want to point out that De Niro's sitting on a bus and he's smoking a cigarette. So and Charles Grodin's talking about secondary smoke giving people lung cancer. So it's amazing. He's smoking on a bus. I love it. He was smoking on the train. I believe he started smoking on the plane. It's incredible how much, and he smokes like in the airport, in the train station. It's such a screenshot or screen cap, or rather, of like what 1988 was like, which you wouldn't know because by the time you were old enough to remember, people had stopped smoking in buildings.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's kind of the way it should be, but
yeah, but like, I mean, have you ever been to like I would say Friendly's, but you'd definitely never been to a Friendly's because that was just a Northeast thing. But like, have you ever been to a restaurant where they still had like the smoking section tables where it was just a little divider was in between the two, and that was where the smoking was?
Yeah.
Like we used to have that in Friendly's. We would have like in IHOP, we would have it. I'm sure at Waffle House probably had it.
Yeah. I think honestly you can still smoke in Waffle Houses.
Really?
In certain places, yeah.
That's awesome.
I think the cooks smoke in some Waffle Houses.
I'm sure they do.
You could get fucking ashes in your damn eggs or something like that.
Good Lord. Could you imagine?
No, I couldn't. Waffle House is a sacred place to me, so.
Waffle House is a sacred facility.
Mm-hmm. Always sacred. Jesus. They got the cops getting.
So now they got him, and it's funny because the mob has like hitmen all over the place, like shooters all over the place.
It's the fucking Feds kid. Foster Grant.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
They took a shot at him.
Lots of shots. I just watched an episode of The Punisher where it was very similar to this scene.
Oh yeah.
Where they're in like a shootout.
Is it the one where it's like the Irish mob? Isn't it like the first episode? That show was awesome.
Nah, this is in the second season.
Okay. I'm trying to think of myself. I don't know if I got to the second season. It's funny. I got to like I was watching those pretty religiously.
Yeah.
And then I got to like got like halfway through like the second season of Luke Cage.
Yep. That's the one that's the one that got stuck onto.
Yeah, and I was like, this fucking show is terrible. Like I didn't like it. I didn't like it as much as I like the first season.
It's just slow. Just that
very, very slow.
I mean, all of them are kind of slow, but that one's like real slow.
Yeah.
Like. And there's not like a ton of just likable characters on that show either.
No.
So it's
no. But I want to watch them because I kind of want to go in order. So that way after what? Like after like the second season of Luke Cage, is it the third season of
no, it's
Jessica Jones?
It's second season of Jessica Jones, I believe.
Okay.
Or no.
No,
After
it's the third.
after Cage, it's the second season of Iron Fist.
Oh Jesus Christ!
And then it's Daredevil 3, and then it's Punisher 2, which I'm on, and then it's Jessica Jones 3 after that. And then that was done. That was it. That was the last one.
All right, so yeah, because I loved actually the second season of Jessica Jones was awesome. That's the one where it's like it's her mom.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
that one was great. And then obviously the first season's amazing because it's got
Kilgrave.
Yeah, Kilgrave, who David Tennant is like the best.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, David Tennant makes me want to go back and watch Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I know that would be like, I don't even know. I don't even know where I would begin. Like, how far back would you go on Doctor Who? You know?
Yeah.
Do we know anybody that's like a Doctor Who fan? Like, is Schiff a Doctor Who fan?
I don't think so. Jenny strikes me as somebody that would be a Doctor Who fan, but also like maybe just like specific seasons at the same time, though.
Yeah.
Maybe not like, or no, like specific doctors. Maybe not like all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So Luke Cage, and then Iron Fist, and then then it's Daredevil, then it's Jessica Jones season 3, and then Punisher season 2, and then Jessica Jones, and that's it. Okay.
Yeah, Jessica Jones season 3 was the last one to come out, I know. And then they shifted them all to Disney Plus, and
but then Daredevil season 3 is like exactly where like this show picks up.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't started watching it yet, but
neither have I. And my brother and my nephew want to watch it, and I'm like, I don't want to watch it because I feel like I want to watch, the rest of the Netflix shows first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like I need to at least finish Punisher to get to that because I don't know that Jessica Jones season 3 really involves too much, but I know Punisher's in it, so I don't want something from that to like.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop watching that.
Who are you guys? I'm your mother's ex-husband, kid.
Who the fuck are you? Nice kid. Uh-oh. Hi, Jack.
She's like, what the fuck are you doing
here? What the fuck are you doing here, kid? Kid.
Hi, Gail.
Hi, Gail. Hi, how you doing? Well, that's how
Charles Grodin's just like, hi.
I'm Charles Grodin. Welcome tonight.
And I approve this message.
What did fucking Charles Grodin? Didn't he end up like hosting a talk show for a while? I think Charles Grodin.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Now, actually, it's funny. I'm going to come back to the whole making you watch like movies with multiple movies, because there's an amazing movie that Charles Grodin is in that I desperately want to watch with you because it is so good and it is so bonkers, and it's called Seems Like Old Times. It's from 1980. It's got Goldie Hawn, Chevy Chase, and Charles Grodin in it, and it is the most goofy fucking movie. it's just fucking goofy, and I want to watch it so bad because it's so dumb. But Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase did a couple of movies together, and that's not even the one that everybody talks about. The one that everybody really talks about is what's the other one that everybody talks about? It's can't remember now. I should have pulled it up already because I'm an asshole and I didn't do it. But it's Foul Play. That's the movie that everybody talks about with them is Foul Play. And I like Seems Like Old Times so much better. But so we might have to watch Seems Like Old Times, which means we're going to revisit Charles Grodin again. But that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah, I just think as long as we avoid like back-to-backs, I think we're good.
Yeah, no.
We can revisit that and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, you and I will have to talk and figure out I guess our April movie, and then because this will probably post. Yeah, this will post before the end of March, so that's good.
Yeah.
Now, big fucking deal.
Can't you understand that?
Aw.
It's his daughter.
Mm-hmm. With her soulless eyes.
Mm-hmm. Her soulless eyes. Hi, Daddy.
Hello, father. Hello, mother.
Hello, Fada.
Here I am at Camp
Granada. Honey, our kids at Camp Granada.
Or as we say in Mississippi, Grenada.
Camp Grenada.
There's a town called Grenada in Mississippi.
Oh, is there? Oh, is
Yeah.
that why? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm gonna go now.
No, hold on.
Camp Grenada.
Isn't Space Camp in Mississippi? Or is that?
No, it's Alabama.
It is Alabama. Okay, because
Huntsville is where NASA is kind of based.
Is what?
Huntsville is where NASA is based.
Oh, okay. Because Jenny went to Space Camp.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
because she's from Alabama.
She sure is. That's another movie I wish was available on streaming.
What, Alabama? I'm just kidding.
Yes. No, Space Camp.
Oh. None of the good movies are on streaming.
No. That movie. No. It's got Kelly Preston, Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin.
Yeah, Joaquin, young Joaquin. That's the one with the robot that's like. You ever see anything like that? You ever see the Family Guy spoof of that? Oh.
Probably.
I am here. Yeah, and you're like, I don't understand this. But then again, you don't even get like the fucking Lord of the Ring references that they do. So
I do get the Lord of the Ring references that they do.
Fucking unbelievable. Oh, let's watch Fast 8.
I've never seen Fast 8. Thank you very much.
I fucking hate those movies.
I think Fast 7 is as far as I ever got.
God.
Whatever the one.
You didn't watch Calvin and Hobbes or whatever the one was, Shaw and Hobbes?
Hobbes and Shaw, no.
Yeah.
I did not make it. Yeah, whichever one Paul Walker, the last one that was Paul Walker.
Oh, that's 7, I think. Yeah. Paul Walker.
It didn't seem right. It didn't seem right after that.
No, I don't blame you.
Felt like a money grab.
Sweetheart, I can't.
I'm trying to give you my allowance, Daddy. Please take it.
I mean, and the crazy thing is, and I'll kind of like give it away now, but like, so his ex-wife marries, I want to say it was either his former partner or his former like I think it was his former partner, and his former partner was the guy that took the money from Dennis Farina, and that's the whole reason why De Niro is run out of Chicago, is because he didn't want to take the bribe from the mob guy.
Gotcha.
But it's like, doesn't she realize, that, that's why he is run out? It just, I never kind of understood that. And I feel like I don't, I never will.
Plot hole.
Where am I?
It is a plot hole.
I'm in Boise, Idaho. No, wait a minute. I'm in Anchorage, Alaska. No, wait. I'm in
Casper, Wyoming.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What the fuck are you talking about, kid?
What the fuck are you talking about, kid? What's going on, kid?
There's these guys. See, they've probably been up for like 2 days. Think of BO. They have coffee bread.
Yep.
They're constipated from sitting on their asses too long.
I'm sure that's what you're like, right?
Oh, absolutely.
After doing all these podcasts.
Mm-hmm. This is actually my first pod of the week, if you can believe it.
I don't believe it.
It was supposed to be we were supposed to do this last night, but I was supposed to have 3 this week, and this is the only one I'm going to end up doing.
Oh, what was the, what else were you going to do? So
we were supposed to do Talking Docs tonight.
Okay.
Didn't, Roger has like bronchitis or some shit like that.
Yep.
And then we were supposed to do Highway on Tuesday. But Lewis had something come up with school, and I don't even know what happened with Jake, but Jake had to bail for some reason too. So
life is a highway.
So
where are you on the impact zone now at Highway?
We are our next show is Hard Justice 2007. So we've almost made it to Bound for Glory 2007. It's 2 pay-per-views away, so that'll be the real jump-off point to the good stuff.
Yeah, 2000. what, 2008?
Yeah. Well, that's when Impact goes 2 hours. So we won't be doing 2 episodes every time. It'll just be one Impact each episode. So hopefully it'll be a little bit more cromulent and well put together and stuff.
Isn't that when it starts to get bad?
Nah, it didn't get bad till like 2010.
Oh, okay.
I would say like 07 to 09 is probably the hot period.
You know,
good period.
I was thinking of you the other day because I was watching some clip where they were talking about, I think it was AJ Styles, and he was talking about how something to do with like Kurt Angle taking a move and like not wanting to take the move off the top rope because of how hard the mat was on the 6-sided ring.
Yeah.
And how like AJ Styles just had never known anything other than that. So like he didn't realize like when they switched, and he's like, when we got to like, we switched to like the 4-sided ring, he was like, man, it was so much nicer on everybody.
Yeah. That was when he did he was on Chris Van Vliet's show.
Oh, there you go. Well, see, you fucking, I knew you would know it.
I've seen the,
you fucking know everything. You really are. You're the professor. You're the professor.
No, I've seen clips of it on like Facebook and stuff, so I know exactly what you were talking about.
But you are. You're the professor.
Not for fucking Professor Kid. Oh my.
Oh, here we go. Here it is. This is the story.
Took me a year to get his confidence.
His confidence, kid. I gotta get his confidence, kid. Fucking confidence.
When I find a criminal like you, I bring him in. I don't have to worry about anybody taking a payoff because there is no anybody. It's just me.
It's just me.
Yep. Fucking Grodin with that fucking suit jacket on. Sitting there like a big lump on a log.
Mm-hmm. Lump on a log.
Will you shut up? He's so mean to him.
It is. It's such a great.
So funny.
It is though. Now this is the best scene where this is the breakfast scene, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I really want those eggs.
That's it. We're starving and you're buying cigarettes. I need these cigarettes. You can have whatever you're gonna have.
I love this.
What can I do for you boys?
Coffee, please.
I knew a guy in Boy Scouts when we went away on a camp. We went away to summer camp and all he did was smoke cigarettes. He didn't eat. He smoked cigarettes. That's it.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's not It's not how that works.
No.
Chorizo and eggs. It's a Mexican sausage.
What is chorizo? It's a Mexican sausage.
He's like, it doesn't matter what the fuck it is. He ain't having any.
I want it now. I'll buy you a big juicy steak, whatever you want.
Get whatever you want.
Going to the Western Union. What a telling of the times.
I know. Again, just another. What? That was the Venmo of the day.
Oh, I know. People still use that shit. I used to work at the loan business, and people used to pay us for fucking the loan.
The loom? The loan?
The loan.
The lawn business.
We're gonna do a loan podcast on the Jack Moon.
Oh, Jack Moon. What did I do? I pause this?
A loan on the moon.
Oh
no, you paused the movie. You paused the movie.
I did. Wait. Okay.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
How are you doing this? So you said earlier this guy got caught for embezzling. That's what his big crime is that he's paying for. Gotcha.
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
Embezzlement.
Embezzlement. Well, so he basically was Robin Hooding here, you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it says the idea to have Jack Walsh, De Niro's character, continually checking his watch and the whole backstory related to his habit was all De Niro's idea. And De Niro apparently spent time with bounty hunters, as part of his preparation for this role. Ever the method actor.
Yeah. That's what I always say about old Robbie De Niro.
Mm-hmm. Charles Grodin said that this script was the best he had ever read. And I don't disagree with that.
Yeah. I told you when I watched it the first time, my only real complaint is I think there might be too many like vehicle switches in this movie. Like they could have probably cut out maybe one car chase or two, something like that. In the middle.
Yeah, I agree. And it has to do with, I would say the one you cut out is the next one that comes up, because it's better when you have the one that I think that takes place with when Marvin Dorfler shows back up. That one's good.
Yeah.
The one right before it, I feel like you don't have to have.
Yeah. Because it wasn't like annoyingly too long or anything like that, but it at points maybe felt like it was a touch, maybe just a touch longer than maybe it should have been. So
right,
but yeah, like maybe they could have gone without maybe like the next scene.
There he is.
Drop him, assholes.
There is so many people trying to get this one fucking guy.
Yeah, poor Duke.
Mm-hmm.
No, why don't you tell me about it? Make sure you're speaking to the microphone.
Ooh.
Marvin! Oh, very clever, Jack. Now give me the keys. Come on, give me the keys. Looks like a package deal for me, Marvin. God damn it. Come on, both of you.
Here we go, this fucking music.
Yeah, fucking basic ass travel music. On the road again.
Just can't wait down the road again. In his 1989 autobiography, It Would Be So Nice If You Weren't Here. That's the name of the book. Charles Grodin mentions that De Niro had prepared for his role by going on actual drug busts with teams of detectives, had befriended a Los Angeles homicide detective who kept him regularly informed on the daily LA murder rate, and had traveled to Chicago, his character's hometown, to work with the police there. Meanwhile, Grodin's research was limited to a 10-minute phone call to his business manager to ask how the transfer of millions of embezzled dollars would technically be done.
Amazing. That's actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
That he got that into it.
Oh, it says that Joe Pantaleone was offered a role to be one of the two goons who were always chasing the characters, but he wanted to play Grodin's fault, which was flat out rejected, or the Moscone role, which he ultimately got after auditioning for it. So,
You two are the two dumbest bounty hunters I've ever seen.
A fucking helicopter.
Mm-hmm. The fuck is
Will you shut the fuck up?
It's the
I know
best
you
line.
love that. Yeah.
That's the
And
best
then,
line in the movie. He constantly
then-
tells them to shut the fuck up.
and then just the fucking music is so good.
Fucking Hulk Hogan coming out. With
It's actually
saxophones.
this is the chase scene you needed. This one right here. This was a great chase scene
Yeah.
with the helicopter. It's the one after this is kind of like you don't need.
Mhm.
And they drive off the fucking bridge.
Mhm. So many cars and vehicles just wasted in this movie.
Yeah. Up. So many guns. So many cars. So many vehicles. Oh, fuck you, Jack. How did they not hit them?
Because they're bad guys in a movie.
That's true.
Bad guys in movies and TV shows are absolutely the worst shots.
You're not after me. Just kidding.
I kind of want to make a movie myself just to make sure that like the bad guy is an equally as good shot as the.
Sure. I always thought of making like a movie that's just nothing but the movie tropes, and just calling like the movie like, oh yeah, of course this is what happens.
Why? What was he gonna pay you? 25. Oh, son of a bitch.
So now he just spills that De Niro's getting 100,000, but
he was only going to get 25.
He was only going to get 25 grand. Yeah, he was only going to get 25 grand. So, That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
In an 80s like kind of buddy cop movie almost. It's like
Holy shit, Jack. You got him.
I don't feel like that plane or that helicopter was as close to the mountain as it acted like it was, because it definitely just blew up without hitting anything, and I was like, I don't think that's how that works.
It did.
What the hell are you doing, Jack?
Jesus.
He leaves him handcuffed. Now Niro, big jump into the friggin' river.
Jumping into the drink kid.
Like he's Ted Kennedy kid. That's that Chappaquiddick kid. He's gonna drown her. Oh boy.
Oof,
this movie was ranked number 6 on Gene Siskel's list of the best films of 1988.
Oh wow.
Don't ask me what the other 5 are, because it says in 2010
What are the other 5?
I'd have to.
I'm just kidding.
You fucking asshole. No, I'm looking it up. Please hold.
Please hold.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. The Last Temptation of Christ, which you didn't see.
Of course.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which you did see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you had to see. Bull Durham, which you've never seen. Little Dorit, and I don't even know what that fucking movie is. The Accidental Tourist, which I've never seen, so you've definitely never seen it. And then, yeah, Midnight Run.
Midnight Run, kid.
And then it's also the Thin Blue Line, Hotel Terminus, the Unbearable Lightness of Being, and Working Girl. I've seen Working Girl. I've seen Bull Durham, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Midnight Run.
Bull Durham.
I've actually never seen The Last Temptation of Christ.
I don't know.
That's okay.
The temptation was whether to come or go.
Yes. Come and go. No, I think I want to say The Last Temptation of Christ is like a Woody Allen movie. I want to say.
Is he coming or going? That's the question.
All right. The second you're in LA County Jail. Come on.
Uh-huh.
I just saved your ass. Let me go. Another smoking in a diner. That guy's just puffing away.
This just came in.
Is this going to upset me?
Are you familiar with a dish, a potato dish?
Lyonnaise potatoes. Oh yeah, that's another big thing is he wants to open a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the big thing here is that so De Niro's character is trying to get the money so he can open up his restaurant, to which there's at least a couple of times in this movie Charles Grodin's like, restaurants fail, right?
Mm-hmm. I think it kind of starts as a joke with De Niro, but then it kind of has legs of its own and just starts becoming a thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's so funny looking at some of the people that they considered casting for this movie. Like, okay, so Ron Perlman, Dennis Hopper, Harvey Keitel, Ray Liotta, and Alec Baldwin were all considered for the role of Jimmy Serrano. Mel Gibson, Kurt Russell, Michael Keaton, Richard Gere, Burt Reynolds, Clint Eastwood, Charles Bronson, Gene Hackman, Don Johnson, Tommy Lee Jones, John Travolta, Schwarzenegger, and Stallone were all considered to play the role of Jack Walsh, played by De Niro.
Wow.
Bill Murray and Steve Martin were considered for the role of the Duke. Al Pacino, Jack Nicholson, and Harrison Ford were considered for the role of Jack Walsh. Unbelievable.
I was at this point, weren't like Harrison Ford and Sylvester Stallone considered for any action movie?
Yeah. John Goodman and John Candy were considered for the role of Marvin Dorfler.
John Candy as Dorfler would have been hilarious.
Yeah. Mickey Rourke, Jeff Bridges, Ryan O'Neal, John Voight, Michael Douglas for the role of Jack Walsh. It says basically every male lead in Hollywood was offered the role. Wow.
That's hilarious.
Now, this is the part right here. This is so fucking great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this might be the one that you could probably skip out on.
Yeah, but it's so good because it adds.
You got to have the joke. Yeah,
it adds this joke. I mean, it's the one at the end where they're running from the cops and they're driving through like the desert. That's the one that you could cut.
Yeah. Even that one's entertaining for how.
Oh no, it's entertaining.
The cop cars get, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. It's just kind of there was like almost one too many,
Yeah. It just feels like we get it. They're like they've had such calamities just trying to drive and get to this place and turn them in the money.
You know what I should have done, and I don't know why I didn't do it. I didn't do the map of the road that they of the way that they took. Because they do what? They take the train. I don't know. See, I don't know where they get off on the train. I forget where they get off on the train. But like I know they take the bus to Chicago, and then they go from Chicago like down to Amarillo,
El Paso, or some shit.
Yeah, so it's like there. Now they're in like Amarillo, I'm guessing, or
they're in the Double Cross Ranch.
Yeah, the double. Yeah. You don't take my Double Cross Ranch here. And now he sees friggin' Charles Grodin. He sees the Duke in the plane, in the little biplane.
Hey, Daddy. They took our crop duster, Daddy.
What are you doing? That's my crop dusting plane. I could see you doing this.
What, flying around like a bat out of hell?
Yeah.
I don't have the cojones to pull off an operation like this.
Oh Jesus! Oh God! I don't know why you didn't just get in the back of a plane.
Yeah, no kidding. He didn't want him to have the idea to.
Yeah, he didn't want him flying to Mexico.
Flying to fucking Guadalajara or some shit.
He fucking knocks him out and then drops him off the plane.
What if the plane had fucking run over his head just then? Because it was
Kinda.
close. It was closer than you think.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you about the coffee shop I'm gonna open up after I dump you off and get my $100 grand. You're gonna love it.
The fucking plane just comes to a stop.
All right, get back. Everybody, back. Give me the keys to the truck.
Give me the fucking keys.
Shut up. You're about to steal a plane. What are you
trying
talking
to save my life.
You're right. I should give me something.
I was trying to save my life.
What? Take it. It's worth a lot of money. Get it. Head back. Get in. Get in.
Poor farmers. They just want to make their wage.
You lied to me first. At the river.
Knock me sideways.
You lied to me first. You got some fucking nerve. You lied to me first.
Such a great argument. What? He goes, what?
Yes, I lied to you first, but you had no knowledge I was lying about my fear of flying at the river when you lied to me. So as far as you knew, you lied to me first.
Can't even argue with you. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Just say you lied to me first, as far as you knew.
Sounds like a very Matt Souza thing to say.
It is a Matt Souza thing to say.
I don't even fucking know what you're talking about.
He's got an ulcer. Yeah, I mean, he's got an ulcer. Cigarettes and coffee is not a good way to feed an ulcer.
Don't eat the peppers in the burger. That's another. That's another.
That's another life lesson from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
And then they give him the fucking cyanide pills. Pills, good. Good. We made it. We landed on the moon.
You heard his last words. Blame me. When he clearly says, "You son of a bitch."
He fucking gurgles at the end.
Yeah.
He goes, "Give me the." This is another great scene.
This is a pretty good goof.
Yeah.
You'll hit me on the head and drop me in a
You'll drop me in a thing.
Is that a fucking shuffleboard?
Yes, you never seen one of those?
I don't think I've ever seen one in the flesh.
My dad had one at the bar at the Eagles Club. My dad was a fraternal order of Eagles.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's like
actually, I think there was one bar that had one in town, like a while ago. But
the house I stayed in the Outer Banks had one.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Alonzo Mosley, F.B.I.
Alonzo Mosley.
My partner and I have been tracking a ring of counterfeiters passing phony $20 bills across the state. Have you received any $20 bills in the last couple of hours?
Yeah, sure. We get them all the time.
You get them all the time.
You mind taking 2 steps back? Would you mind taking 2 steps backwards?
These are the most hillbilly looking fuckers I think I've ever seen.
Contract 2, Hank. Check them out.
Contract 2.
Give him a pencil, please.
He's gonna do the litmus test.
Give him a pencil. We actually have to carry around they have like markers now that you can mark on a $20 bill.
Oh yeah.
We actually have to carry one around to make sure.
Oh really?
When people pay us, sometimes they don't pay us with counterfeit bullshit.
Uh-huh.
You live around here?
Yeah, this is great.
Would you describe exactly what the last man who passed a $20 bill to you looked like?
30, tall,
6 feet tall?
6'5",
Dark brown hair.
light colored.
Sounds like our man.
That's him.
We're going to have to take these bills for evidence. Heck of a receipt.
This one's bad too.
I'd like you to notify all the other establishments in the area of this situation. As the name of yours?
Red's Corner Bar.
Are you red?
Yes, sir.
Are you red?
You dye your hair?
Why do they call you red?
Oh, it's short for Red Wood. My last name's Wood. Bill.
That's what I love of this. He goes,
Thank you for your cooperation, Bill. Hank, come on.
these are all bad. These are good. He took like $60 from them.
Mm-hmm.
Then they just fucking get all the shit, and then they see them fucking at the end. And he's drinking chocolate milk. See, he got himself a little bit of milk to cool down his ulcer.
The fucking problem is they're about to lose all of like 30 seconds later.
I know, they lose everything that they had. It's so sad.
Start running. Let's go. Wait, it's a freight train.
Come on.
I deeply feel I can't do this. I said you left the travel by train. Get up there.
Oh, he fucking lost all the shit. That sucks.
You promise to let me go? I'm gonna fucking talk. See you in the next life, Jack.
You son of a bitch. Open the fucking door.
You son of a bitch.
See you in the next life, huh? Come on.
Don't overreact. I won't overreact. Get over here. React. You do this again, I'll throw you off the fucking train.
So fucking angry.
It's a bad.
He wants to kill him.
You son of a bitch.
Maybe drop my damn groceries. We just spent $70 or $60.
Oh, God.
You guys gonna let me go or what? I'm telling you, I don't know anything. It's not a fact.
Oh, shit. Watch over your cigarettes, guys.
Jesus. I wonder what the cigarette budget on this movie was.
Why don't you quit? Be cheaper for both of us.
It's the same as the marijuana budget on True Detective.
Ah, gotcha.
First season of True Detective. That's from one of the bloopers from Between Two Ferns.
Oh, wow.
He says to Zach Galifianakis says to Matthew McConaughey, he goes, do you and Woody Harrelson ever get upset thinking that there's a hacky somewhere that's not being sacked?
Oh my God.
And then he says, what was the weed budget on the first season of True Detective?
Those are fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm. They are. Those are pretty good.
Where did those originally air? What were they on?
They were on, I think, Funny or Die. The actual website. Yeah.
Gotcha. I just couldn't remember where they started.
You know what I like too? I forgot to mention this when it happened, but when the mob guys, one of them puts on a hat and he says, "Oh, hop along case of each," and that's a friggin' line from The Sopranos.
Oh my. That's funny. Shut the fuck up. So angry.
Shut the fuck up.
He does never fucking shut up though.
No, he doesn't.
He always talking.
Chickens around the Indian reservation. There's some good-looking chickens there, Jack. You know, between us.
Have you ever fucked an animal, Jack?
What's with you in that watch? What is it with the watch?
Here we go. Here's the watch.
You told me about your feelings for chickens. I mean, how private could the watch be? What's the big secret?
Do they have a fire lit on the back in the train car?
Yeah, it's probably like, yeah, you never saw like a fucking hobo do that. They have fires lit on the thing. It's probably like in a coffee can or something.
Gotcha. I can't say I've seen that before.
Oh God, you've never lived a life, Logan.
I haven't.
I have been on a train with a hobo before.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Can't say I've been on too many trains in my life, honestly.
I have never been on a train with a hobo.
I didn't think so.
I have been on a train.
I was gonna go along with it, but
you were like, and then you just were like, you know what? I don't fucking care. Like, we've been watching this movie for an hour and a half. You don't fucking care.
I do care.
Jesus, I didn't realize this movie was this. It's like a full 2-hour movie. This movie.
Yeah, it's
damn. You got to pick like a 60-minute movie next time. Just a quick watch. We'll watch like The Mask 2, Son of the Mask.
God, don't make me do that. I've actually seen that before.
Of course you have. It's a horrible movie. Of course you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
You probably watched it on a Saturday night call.
No, I saw that one on my own volition. I think I actually made my parents pay for it too.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I like when he goes, if we knew each other under different circumstances, you and I would probably still hate each other.
Yeah. In the next life.
Mm-hmm.
They got a whole ass bucket burning there.
They do.
You gotta smoke. Don't smoke. Said took my cigarettes. You want your
Could have given me my cigarettes.
You have to go to Flagstaff to get them. Because that's where your pal Mosley went.
Oh.
Just might do that.
Well.
Yeah. You know. Took him to Flagstaff.
Where do you figure we are?
Is that in Arizona?
Arizona. We've been going west all night. I think we're almost home.
I'm almost dead.
That must be a hell of a way to travel cross country, though.
Yeah.
Like on the back of a freight train, like, because he's not even going that. It's not even going that fast. So, like, you could just sit and chill and look at the countryside.
Nice little breeze.
Yeah.
If you want it to be, you can shut the doors if you want it to be.
Yeah.
Be fucking pitch black dark if you actually wanted to get some shut eye.
Yeah. I know that they check them though a lot. I think they got used to checking them because they didn't want hobos on them.
Yeah. Or you apparently.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The reason I do this shit in the first place because I wouldn't work with that low-life asshole.
He was the guy.
Doesn't mean anything.
Here's what comes out.
Heroin dealer you told me about in Chicago?
Mm.
Who owns your buddies?
Yeah, goddamn right, kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy that you're taking me in? That's the guy that's going to kill me?
Mm.
You're damn right. I hope it's a wonderful coffee shop.
Goddamn right. Because now it's almost like personal pride that he brings him in.
Oh yeah, yeah. He didn't give a shit about the money anymore. I mean, he does, but
he's eating a banana. Yeah, like I want to fucking jump off a train like that. Like that'd be awesome.
But it wouldn't feel too good. But yeah, I think you're right.
Well, I think you would think of it like a wrestler, like Mick Foley jumping off the cage. Like you flat back it, you try to voop, and then you go right down.
Is that how you do it?
I think so. What, you don't think?
No, I'm just messing with you.
I can't wait till I see you next. I'm gonna friggin' body slam you, and I'm just gonna, or I'm gonna back body drop you. I'm gonna get you.
Back body drop.
I'm gonna get you to run towards me, and I'm just gonna fucking rally oop. It's another car that they're stealing.
Yes.
Oh, Christ. Come on. You kidding? Come out and shoot us, for Christ's sake. What the hell?
What the fuck is he doing?
Jesus. Oh.
He's trying to hotwire it.
Hot wiring it through the.
I don't know.
And I'll run you over. That's the best plan I can think of.
He's trying to rig it somehow.
Oh.
I don't like this. I don't like anything you do.
This is probably the most amount of crimes Charles Grodin has committed in this entire movie. Like,
Yeah.
he's committed more crimes with friggin' De Niro than he did stealing the money.
Yeah. I mean, and it's only going to get worse as we continue to go.
Yeah.
Not the kind of guy that says, I told you so.
Here comes that music again.
All right, Bobby Heenan. Not the kind of guy that tells you I told you so, but I told you so.
Let's take the chopper.
Get to the chopper. Quite the beautiful landscaping in this movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I've never been to Arizona. Have you ever been to Arizona?
I have not.
Yeah. Have you been to LA?
I've never. No.
No. Okay.
Texas is the furthest west I've ever been.
And that was just Dallas, right?
Yeah. Well, I think San Antonio is a little further west than Dallas is, but.
Did you go to San Antonio?
Yeah, I went for the Rumble.
Oh, you did? Oh, I didn't know you went to San Antonio as well.
Yeah, whatever year that was.
Oh, wait, you didn't. Wait, so you didn't go to the Mania, right?
No.
Oh, so the Manias. Which Mania was this year's Mania? Was Philly? Philly wasn't your first.
No. I've been. Yeah. No, that was like my 6th or something like that.
Oh, okay, Jesus.
Yeah, I went to I've been to both NOLAs, Orlando, Tampa.
Oh yeah.
I went to the second Dallas one. I didn't go to the first Dallas one. And then Philly.
What was the first Dallas one?
32, the worst Mania ever.
Is that the one? Is that the Triple H?
Yeah,
Roman one. Okay. The second one's the match to end all matches. That one with Lesnar and
Reigns. Yeah.
Isn't that insane? What's the one that The Rock comes out and sets the stupid thing on fire? Was that?
That's 32. That's the first Dallas one.
God.
Yeah, he fucking sets fire to his symbol like 5 hours into the show, and then has an 8-second match with Eric Rowan.
Yes. But the second one was one night, right?
No, it's 2 nights.
The second one was 2 nights? I can't remember.
Yeah,
the
first 38, yeah.
The first night was Bianca and Sasha Banks, right?
No, that was 37. That was the year. That
Christ,
was Tampa.
why? Well, oh my God. Okay.
It was Owens and Austin.
Oh yes, that's right.
It was Owens and Austin and Lesnar and Reigns.
Yeah.
37 was Sasha and Bianca and Roman, Edge, and Debray.
Yep. I liked the Owens Austin. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
I remember us saying like night 1 was better than night 2. And I think we did that. They did that for a couple of years where it was like night 1 was better than night. Actually, I think even the Performance Center WrestleMania night 1 was better than night 2.
Yeah.
So they kind of have that. They kind of have that tradition running where I feel like night 2 is better than night 1.
Mm-hmm. Well, I feel like you've watched that one first, so if it's actually even like decently good or great by any stretch, that like, the second one has to live up to that,
Yes.
I don't know if that makes sense, but like,
my favorite is that Pete always jokes that WrestleMania 35 is still going on.
Oh yeah.
So fucking long.
It was like 7.5 hours. So.
It was so long. I remember watching that thinking, my God, they're still there. Because I knew, like, I know Pete, but I hadn't met anybody else yet. But I was like, I knew he was there with everybody. I was like, my God, you guys are still there.
Yeah, luckily I didn't go to that one.
No.
Because I had been to 2 in a row at that point. I went to Orlando, and that was the second NOLA.
Oh yeah.
34, so.
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much at one point said if it was in the southeast, just general south area, I would go. So.
And you have no plans for going to SummerSlam at MetLife, right?
No.
No.
Now that I know Mania's in NOLA next year, I'm just going to save for that and
that's
go all out on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a week. And I think I'm gonna tell Matt to do a week. Like we'll take a week off and we'll fly down and we'll hang out and then do some shit, like do some of the touristy shit and then get into all the wrestling stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I gotta get a second job though.
Me too. Or I need to start a second bank account or some shit.
I know, seriously. Oh, look at this nice guy lighting a cigarette for him. So
thank you, buddy.
Now he has lost the Duke. The Duke has been taken by Marvin Dorfler, and he's now in like a sad cafe. And all of a sudden, Yaphet or Agent Mosley, I should say, we know him at this point. He slid his original sunglasses that he stole from Jack. He slid them back, and now you can tell he's going to get picked up by the FBI.
Marvin, I have to tell you, I have this very serious fear of flying.
Yeah? Well, why don't you just relax and sleep through it?
So what I said De Niro should have done earlier is exactly what Dorfler does. He goes, I have a very serious fear of flying, and then he just punches him and knocks him out.
Fucking knocks his ass out.
Mm-hmm.
Important to you right now is not the phone calls, the fact that you're going to spend 10 years impersonating a federal agent.
10 years for impersonating a fed,
10
huh?
years.
10 years. How come no one's after you?
So he tells him, Alonzo Mosley says, you're going to get 10 years for impersonating a federal agent. And then De Niro goes, yeah? How come no one's after you?
I bet the next shower he takes is going to be the best one he's ever taken in.
Oh, absolutely.
He's so dirty and mangy in that damn outfit.
Yeah, he is gross right now.
He might as well burn that damn leather jacket he has on right now.
Yep.
Yeah, this better be good news, fucking Jack, because you got 5 hours left.
No, it's not, Eddie. I'm calling.
I love how he's still on a time.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Wait a minute.
You put Marvin on this case, you fucking piece of shit. You fucking
you fucking done yet?
You vermin. I love when somebody calls somebody vermin.
Yeah. 4 days.
You could have walked him backwards and not fucking blown it. But
He goes, you had it for 4 days.
When have I ever let you down, you fucking rat? Are you fucking nuts? Telling Dorfler
You fucking rat.
When did you speak to him? When did you speak to Marvin?
He called me fucking, 10 minutes ago, yelling and screaming, telling me to go fuck myself. You're telling me, everybody's telling me to go fuck myself. What am I supposed to do? Eddie.
I supposed to sit on my fucking butt.
I love how he said fucking butt and not fucking ass.
Yeah.
Like he had to clean up that part of it for some reason.
He don't have the Duke.
What?
Where's the fucking Duke? Hello?
I'll talk to you later.
Jack?
Did he just say Dorfler doesn't have the Duke either?
He said he doesn't have him. So so this is where like Dorfler's gonna fucking double cross both of them because he's gonna fucking he's gonna call the mob guys.
The mobs, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah, we were supposed to watch this like 2 weeks ago, so it's been a minute since I actually watched it. So
yeah, that's all right.
every detail.
You're doing a fairly good job of remembering everything.
Mm-hmm. I have an okay memory, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, are you fucking serious? You're the freaking professor.
The fucking professor, kid.
You remember everything. I'll ask you one thing, and you'll just be like, "Oh, that was when." And then you pull it out, and I go, "Jesus Christ!" You are the Pete Winston of like TNA and WCW and Impact and I don't know what else, NXT and AEW and yeah.
I am a Marvel, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You motherfuckers.
You motherfuckers.
Nothing's funnier than an Italian guy saying motherfucker.
De Niro motherfucker. He motherfucks these guys. The thing I love too is that, and this is something you would notice in Casino. Had you ever seen it? Is that Pesci does a Chicago accent, and it's great. De Niro doesn't do any fucking accents. He never does anything other than his regular De Niro accent. Like
he just does this a lot. Yeah.
I hear things. I hear things. No. Down there.
I love Frank Galiendo's impression of De Niro.
Mm-hmm.
That's so good.
Oh yeah.
Because he does the eyes and the face so perfectly.
Yeah, he does.
Tell Alonzo I want to make a deal.
Yeah, as if he would make a deal with you at this point.
Sure. He's got all the fucking cards to play right now, kid.
Yeah, I guess he's got leverage.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do if I could deliver you Serrano?
What do you mean deliver?
For starters, conspiracy to destroy government evidence.
What government evidence?
Will you let me take the Duke back myself and collect my money?
I like his. Maybe. He's like,
I'm thinking about it.
Thinking about it, yeah. Tell me more.
We got to be in Las Vegas in 2 hours.
Tell me more.
Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna be there, I'll be there in a couple weeks. With Ship. Ship's already there.
Yeah, Ship's already there.
Ship's already there waiting for me.
Yep. He's just chilling like a villain.
Mm-hmm.
Probably saying something terribly offensive to somebody else.
Possibly. Look at this.
Oh, there's no doubt. He's absolutely saying something offensive.
Look at this. You've never even seen a camera like this. With the fucking flash bulb.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've quite seen one that obnoxiously big, but I have seen something similar-ish.
Adios, muchacho.
Maybe like the quote-unquote generation after that is what I was born in.
Yeah.
Speaking in modern terms, like the new generation of iPhone or whatever.
That's right.
That was like the generation before camera that.
Did you ever have a Zune?
I did not have a Zune. I did have a friend. I did have a friend that had one though. Yeah.
I bought a Zune, and I had a ridiculous amount of MP3s on my computer because I was in the Napster. I was at the beginning of Napster and shit like that. So, I mean, I spent all day, every day just downloading fucking songs off of Napster and stuff, and then Shareazar and Kazaa and all the fucking websites. So when I got my Zune, I was going away on a trip. It was the first time I was going to Las Vegas, and I was downloading all the songs to my Zune, and I fucking killed the Zune.
Oh my God.
I bought the Zune and it died, and I never got it to work after that again.
Wow.
Yeah. So I ended up having to just trash it, and I was pissed.
Yeah, I think that guy was the only guy I ever knew that had a Zune.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy.
Mm.
You fucking hemorrhoid of an app.
I'm a businessman. I do business things. I make business deals.
I'm a business son of a bitch.
Hey, you son of a bitch.
You no good son of a bitch.
I'll call you in 20 minutes. Tell you where to drop off the second million. Once I know it's there.
Do it right now. Or I'll fuck your mother. Fucking Dorfler.
What's Jimmy gonna say? How the fuck are we gonna get the Duke now? You got the answer right in your hand. What are you talking about? Joey, when are you gonna know how to pay attention? Look, see what it says there?
The fucking Blue Angel kid.
The fucking Blue Angel Motel kid.
You gotta keep your eyes open. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, baby.
Mm-hmm. You dropped them. Okay, guys, you fucking dropped him. And there he is.
There's Sydney.
Philip Baker Hall. There he is. In his mind, this is clean. He gets what he wants. I get what I want.
Sydney, did you know that I'm the older brother of Keith Hernandez?
Keith Hernandez. I look just like fucking Keith Hernandez. My brother played first base for the New York Mets. Did you know that? Did you know that?
I also look like I possibly could have been J. Jonah Jameson in a Spider-Man film around this time.
Had we made Spider-Man in 1988, I would have played J. Jonah Jameson. However, I would have had to move it to Chicago because I can't do a New York accent.
Exactly.
So he would have had Spider-Man running along the Sears Tower instead of the Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower or the Empire State Building. The Eiffel Tower. I'm a fucking idiot. Dude, I love too how like none of this shit that's in Vegas is still there now.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Stardust is gone. I think Circus Circus is still there. It's funny on so Pete's gonna be on the upcoming a la carte. And
a la carte.
I thought he was telling me that he was at the Circus Sportsbook.
Mm-hmm.
He was at the Circa Sportsbook. So when I introduced him as being at the Circus, and he was like, "No, not the Circus, Keith." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then good. And then we had like a conversation about that for about 20 minutes. It's a good thing I paid Pete for my Mania ticket because I'm sure he was going to take me out to the desert and fucking put me in a hole.
Mm-hmm. He's going to Ric Flair your ass.
He definitely wants to fucking bury me in a hole out in the desert. Mm-hmm.
He's going to bury you like the filthy animal. I'm just kidding.
Yep.
Or the Revolution, whoever the fuck did that to Ric Flair.
That's right.
It was one of those fuckhead mid-card groups.
That poor bastard. Like, what a nightmare he had. Oh, God. Like, from, 1990 through when he leaves in 91, and then when that poor son of a bitch comes back, he's all right when he comes back. When Flair comes back in 93, he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Up until Hogan gets there.
Mm-hmm.
And then once Hogan comes, it's a fucking nightmare until he finally leaves.
Yeah.
Or I guess the company closes because it's not like he's out, but they get rid of him. It's like they send him home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From like 96 on, he's pretty much like either hurt or just
irrelevant.
Wallowing in irrelevance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's fucking terrible.
The Wrestling Warzone guys will disagree with me, but.
Well, so to give a little sneak peek to anybody that's not listening to the Jack Moon or the Backbone.
Jack Moon.
On the No-So, I'm going to do a rebook of 1995 WCW. And the first thing that we're going to tackle is Super Brawl. But it starts with Starrcade because there's something very important that happens, at least in my vision, as well as my partner who I'm going to be having on this, who's going to be some new blood. I'm going to bring on
Billy Kidman.
Yeah, Billy Kidman. But there's something important that happens, and I have a way of making the Nature Boy very important in 1995, at least for the first part. So,
yeah.
So, and that's going to be on No-So. So check it out if you want to hear what me trying to make WCW 1995 a little bit more palatable to an audience.
Hey, Mr. Serrano here, telling you to listen to the North-South Connection.
I listen to the North-South Connection podcast network, but it's more important to listen to the Backbone podcast network. You can hear everything on the Backbone, on the Jack Moon, on the Backbone. Well, you can hear me on the Shit Take with Sean Kidd, as well as Hands of Z with Sean Kidd. And
you can hear me on everything else.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I listened to I listened to the Cross Up this week, which was wonderful, amazing. That's what I'm saying, like where it's like it's uncanny because I know you don't really write a ton of notes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just the mere fact that you watch everything and then report on it is just incredible.
I am a maniac.
Mm-hmm.
But I do it for people like Schiff who appreciate me and tell me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, speaking of Schiff, you have the amazing show, Vince Russo. Are You Smarter Than WCW's Vince Russo?
Mm-hmm.
Vince Russo's, excuse me. Are You Smarter Than Vince Russo's WCW?
There you go.
Yeah.
You got the words. You just jumbled them up a little bit there.
I did. But that, where are you at? Where was the most recent episode of that taking you?
So we're recording Monday, and it's the last Nitro of the year. So it's actually the last show of 1999 coming up. It'll come out next Friday, but yeah,
nice.
We're almost out of 99.
And what else do we got going on the backbone?
We've got Highway to the Impact Zone. We've got Linking Up Luchas. We're working through season 3 there.
Mm-hmm.
We're about halfway, but we're about at the halfway point on that one. So, of season 3. So we only have about a season and a half left. So
it seems like WWE might be kicking in a little bit of Lucha Underground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what was it? We've already got Penta, and Ray Phoenix seems to be headed that way.
Rey Mysterio.
We have El Americano Grande, or whatever his name was on Monday.
El Americano Grande. He should be like El Nachos Belgrande is what his name should be like. That would be great. I like that mask he has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mr. Gable, of course.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Clark Gable
continues to say it's not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard somebody ripping in saying how it's an insult to like lucha wrestling, and I'm like, no, it's not. I go, it's perfect. I go, oh, because they were saying that like Triple H is racist against Mexicans, and I was like, oh my god, he's not. I go, they're on the show all the time.
Yeah. Oh, he's racist against black guys too, don't you know?
He's racist against everybody, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy he's only made so many great things happen.
He's almost as racist as I've heard you are. I'm just kidding.
Hey now, that is unfounded. That is accusations that are not true.
You're correct.
How dare you say that?
You're not kind of racist. You're like super racist. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god! How dare you? In my own home.
I'm just going by what I've heard.
In my own home.
In my own home.
My own home. So we should get back to this movie. So there's this big climactic, there's this big climactic scene in the airport where basically De Niro got Dennis Farina into a compromising RICO situation. And so he got him caught. And he's got the Duke. And they're in LA. Well, they're not in LA. No, they're still in Vegas, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a deal.
Hey, wait a minute. What deal? What the fuck does he get special treatment?
See in LA, Marvin.
What's your cigarettes with this guy?
What's your cigarettes with this guy, Jack?
What's going on? Sorry, Tom. Got an hour and a half to get you back to LA. Thanks, Alonzo.
Thanks, Alonzo. So he's still gonna take him back, even though he helped him catch the big boss.
Well, that's what he said is the deal. He goes, can I bring him back to LA? Because he just wants to get the guy for his, because again, part of the whole deal is he wants to collect his bonds. Because when you have a skip bonds on that, that's when you get the bounty hunter after you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm explaining to you something that clearly you understand because you watched this movie twice now.
I love that he finally got him on a plane.
He did. He finally got him on the plane.
The all irony of it all.
But Charles Grodin's, as you can see, not having a heart attack. He's doing very well.
He is also very dirty.
Yes, he needs a nice bath too.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's on the run still. Again, I love it. He finishes the cigarette.
Going down the damn escalator, smoking a cigarette. Oh.
Immediately spikes up another one. I've seen that sign many times. I've been at LAX many, many times.
Welcome to Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Oklahoma once too, but I don't think I went as far west in Oklahoma as I did in Texas.
What were you doing in Oklahoma?
We went for like a mission trip.
Oh, cool.
We went to like this camp.
Was it near Tulsa?
It was in a place called like Tahlequah or something like that.
Oh. You missed I said Tulsa.
Tulsa? Oh, sorry. I missed that.
You love when I put R's at the end.
Tulsa Kid.
Tulsa Kid. You ever watch Tulsa King?
I've never watched Tulsa King, no.
Put him on.
Yes, hello. Hello, you son of a bitch. We got you, you son of a bitch. Now say goodbye, you lying little piece of shit, because I'm letting them go.
That was the best at the end there. I'm letting him go. That's why I said, like, at the end there, it was basically like it got to the point where he's like, this is a matter of personal pride.
Oh, yeah.
I need to get you there so I can say I got you there.
Mm-hmm. But
John.
yeah, we worked on like a campground and like cleaned up the area and like cut grass and weeded.
God bless you, man. You're a real mensch. You know that?
Now, why we chose Oklahoma, that was like an 8-hour drive away, I don't know, but
hey, man, my nephew did. My nephew's for Catholic church, his thing was in Tennessee.
Oh wow!
And I think it was in. I want to say it was in near. Wait, where does Schiff live near?
He lives in a town called Franklin outside of Nashville. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it was near Nashville. I think.
Gotcha.
And I was like, oh, and yeah, they did like a thing. They stayed at like a college or a high school, and they did like manual labor and stuff like that. Yeah. That was a good time for him. He had fun.
Yeah. No, that was a super fun trip that we went on there as well.
Now this is the best part here at the end. He takes this like belt off. Grodin takes this belt off, and he hands De Niro this. He hands De Niro basically this entire belt full of fucking cash, and it's probably like $500,000 or something like that.
I know you had money. I didn't know you had money.
I think he says it's like $300,000.
Is it maybe it was like 300, but I mean,
and they have like $1,000 bills, which definitely aren't a thing.
Yeah, 300,000. Jesus Christ, it's a very respectable neighborhood.
Give me that right now. I'll fucking sit on my ass do 50 podcasts a week.
Mm-hmm. In another life.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Like, don't you wish you had the foresight back in like 2007 to like start getting into podcasting and be on the ground floor?
Oh yeah.
Like when the only podcast out there was Jericho's.
Mm-hmm. And Colt Cabana.
Mm-hmm. Like even before like Laps Fan started and like you got in there on the ground floor.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're rolling towards the end of this, and we get one more final good joke here. When he's outside the LA airport, and he's like, "All right, I got to get home." So he hails a cab, and he asks the guy if he's got change for 1,000. And the guy goes, "What are you fucking serious? What are you, a comedian?"
You wouldn't have change of 1,000, would you? What are you, a comedian?
and then he goes,
"Get out of here, you bum."
Now this is the best part because, like I said, I've been to LAX a bunch. He goes, "Looks like I'm walking." No one would walk from LAX. No one would. It's so far away.
Nobody would walk from any airport. All airports are out in the middle of goddamn nowhere.
Yeah.
It feels like
No one would. Yeah, but like to think that he's walking from LAX to wherever the hell he is hilarious. So, all right, so that is Midnight Run. Now, overall, you said you enjoyed it. You said you loved the chemistry between De Niro and Grodin. You said that you would have taken out one of the car chase scenes. But other than that, any other final thoughts on the movie?
Yeah, no, I mean, maybe you've cut one of the vehicular scenes at some point. Maybe I mean, I guess you have to have the one with the plane gag. But
yeah,
maybe something like that. Cut that out and keep that out of there, or something to that effect. But yeah, maybe a touch, just a touch too long. But like I said, the chemistry that Grodin and De Niro had with each other made it all worth it. So
Sure.
definitely a good watch. Definitely glad I've now seen it twice.
Excellent. I know. Thank you. Well, now we kind of plug the shows that we have on the North South. We plug the shows. Well, we plug the shows on the Backbone. But of course, you can listen to me on the North South Connection on Logan with Keithie, and of course every week with Petey Winston on GFA Live. Find that on any podcatcher app. You on the North South, you show up on Talking Docs with the great Jenny and Cowboy. And what's your NXT show that you do?
Who's Next is on the Place to Be Nation Wrestling feed. We should have a show coming out right around Stand and Deliver.
Excellent. And that does it for the shows that you're on, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Excellent. All right. Well, anything else you'd like to plug, Logan? I think that kind of does it, right?
Nah, yeah. Just check out everything here on the Backbone, North South, and just everybody's doing good stuff.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
Give them some listens.
All righty. Well, for the Midnight Logjam, Logan Crosland. This is Professor Keithie Langston, and that's a wrap. Class is dismissed.